A rock band primarily comprised of military veterans. Learn about the heart behind their headbanging. Here's a sneak peek of the group Vetted. To vets, active duty military members and their families. Our next guest literally marches to the beat of a different drum to help fellow veterans. The inspiration behind the band Vetted.
I'm the echo in the silence, the whisper in the night. In the cave, I find silence and shadows I ignite. The catalyst to the heaven, the truth you can't ignore. And if the good die young, the wicked will endure.
In the name of service, retired Army Staff Sergeant Paul De La Cerda is part of the rock band Vetted, which is mostly made up of retired service members. He joins us along with PJ Pennington, Kristen Michael Park, Slade Diliberto, and John Clevenger to share their current mission. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
All right. You had fallen on hard times, and you had that thought, which I think sometimes so many young people forget. There's the United States military.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and that was my avenue. I was living under a bridge for 6 months before I came in the military.
What was that thought process? What was a moment in your head you said, because sometimes when people are in that predicament.
It's the awakening. It's the type when you awaken and you're like, that's the day I got to go do this. So, and that's a moment that I knew I was digging through a trash can when I figured it out.
Wow.
So,
wow. You're a Houston native,
yes,
raised in the entertainment industry. It was all around you and your family. So this is where this comes in.
Musical family.
And later,
yes.
But you had your entrepreneur family as well. All right. So when you joined the military, was it all that you thought it was going to be?
I did actually. I had a lot of friends that were military prior. Some people in my neighborhood kind of inspired me at the same time. So I kind of knew what I was walking into. I already knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do infantry. I wanted to jump out of planes. I wanted to go blow stuff up. All the typical things.
And see the world.
Yeah,
because you saw a lot of countries, didn't you?
I was Italy and Hawaii. I was those two places I went first. And then got out, came back in after 9/11. And
when you say got out and came back in, you were injured.
I got injured on a jump in Hawaii, and I went ahead and they medicaled me out in July, and then I got back in after 9/11 hit. A couple months later, I fought my way back in. 6 months later, I'm back.
Yeah.
All right, I went to Fort Bragg.
Work with the Wounded Warrior Project because you know what that's like, right?
Yeah, they saved my life, literally.
In what way?
Well, they offered me the opportunities that I have today, resources and stuff that I didn't know existed. This is when the Wounded Warrior Project was pretty new, and they did a lot for me in that aspect and guided me in a way that I didn't think I needed it. But I was inspired to create this band that way because I ran into a wounded warrior that had a prosthetic. Then he shaved all his prosthetic up and put a pick on it so he could play guitar, and that inspired me to start this whole thing. And then that kind of went from there. And here we are today. Right?
So many times we talk about how music, you know, is such a great form of therapy.
It is.
And you created America's first Wounded Warrior band.
Yeah, back in 2010 now. So
you were on this. Well, you were on this show. 14
you gave me
years ago.
one of my first shows.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay, we raise them up well here at Great Day Houston, right? So the band comprised of veterans. I would imagine, anybody who's in a band, you're already part of a team.
Yep.
But there's a closer bond.
Always. Yeah. We all chewed the same dirt for the most part, and we had to go through the same process of overcoming, all the obstacles and stuff like that in our lives, and of course through basic training and through all the training that we had while we're in service.
And you focus on a number of things. We know one of the tough things is suicide prevention, and we know among the veteran population that seems to be higher.
Yes, we are. Currently, they're saying there's, we had 22 a day at one point, and now they're saying it's 17 or 16.5. I don't know what the half comes from, but it doesn't matter. The numbers, regardless, we're still losing them every day, and we're trying to do our best to offer the resources so they won't, have somewhere to go, so they won't, create that environment for themselves to think that way. So we're trying to give them an avenue so they can, hey, here's a resource, and those resources have other resources. So the VA, you got dial 988 if you're not feeling like you need, yourself and you need to talk to somebody. Dial 988. That's national, so it's a civilian and veterans as well. And then you got all the other resources, National Resource Directory. You type it in what you're looking for, and a whole bunch of them comes up too.
And PTSD awareness, and just I would imagine a big jump that really kind of closes a big gap is just to get out and join someone else, and that's like with the band, for example. I'm sure for some of y'all it may have been when you heard about the band that you're thinking, do I really want to put an instrument in my hand and leave the house and go play with some people, right? And so then once you do it, it's got to be magic.
Yeah, interesting enough, I've known Slade a long time, I've known PJ a long time, and we just finally kind of clicked everybody together and everybody started falling into place. So it's like it's kind of like you said, like a unit, right? We all just kind of come together and we work as a unit, even on stage. And off stage, we do the same thing with our veterans and people that we run into. So yeah, this is a really good avenue for everybody.
With all that you've been through, would you do it again in terms of joining the United States
100%.
Armed Services?
I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Even post-injury, I still think of it that way. They gave me. I think, believe it or not, I always say the enemy gave me an opportunity. Instead of, I don't create an injury like, oh, I'm injured. I created something from that, so it gave me an opportunity. So that's the way I see it.
What would you say to a young person today who feels like they don't have options? You know, not to get political, but we know that our vice president, right, grew up poor, and how else was he going to get to college, and then ended up, you know, going to Yale Law School. But to say to them that there is an option there. Don't let poverty get in your way.
Oh, no, there's always an option, and it's always within you. You have the answers within you. Sometimes it takes someone else to talk to let you know you have those answers, right? So it takes someone to inspire you and push you a little harder than you probably thought you couldn't do. So right, like the song we're about to do for you guys, right when you're on the edge, you just don't let go. You got to hold on to that. You got to say, hey, I got this, and I can do this, and I got friends and people around me that love me and care about me.
Yeah, but with every parent and the friends and the inside voices, you could get hurt, or worse, you could not even return home.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the best thing to do, if you have to talk to somebody, again, dial 988. That's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You guys, everything starts with one step, right? So we got to get there.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to inspire people to do.
All right, let's introduce our other bandmates here.
Hello.
And this is?
This is Slade Deliberto.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
He's our vocalist / guitar player. And then we have Christian Clevenger over here, and she's a Navy veteran. He's a Marine Corps veteran. And she also does our backup vocals, and she raps as well, which you'll hear later.
Okay.
And then we got John Clevenger right here as our bass player. He's actually our civilian counterpart, but the thing is, for him, he has a military background with his family, and his wife is right here.
Were you a military brat?
My grandparents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah,
okay.
and his wife is right there. So.
Okay.
So
There we
she's
go.
a Navy
Okay.
veteran.
So we have a Marine, Navy, Army.
Army. Well, actually, he's a Marine over there.
A Marine over here?
Yeah,
okay.
a Marine over there. I got 2 Marines, and then, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
All right, I'll pull up the rear and represent the Air Force as a military Air Force brat. All right, so the song you're going to do for us right now?
Is Hold On to Life.
Okay.
Yes.
For more information on Vetted and how they help change the lives of military veterans, as well as a GoFundMe link to support their tour and continue the mission to spread the healing power of music, visit GreatDayHouston.com.
You've been struck down, waiting to be found. You become your own enemy. It's been hard times. Swear you lost your mind. Now there's just room for you to breathe. Hold on to life, hold on to me, hold on to everything you can be. You're on the edge, don't let go. You're defeated, no one left to blame. Can't believe you let it slip away. No more feelings, lost your will and faith. You can make it through another day.
Thanks again to the members of the band Vetted for all they do for military veterans. As a reminder, visit greatdayhouston.com for more on the band's mission and a link to their GoFundMe page to help them continue to tour and raise awareness for suicide prevention and PTSD. We leave you now with one more song from the band, Live Forever. Thanks for joining us and have a great day, everybody.
Let me make my introduction. Well, I'm the writing on the wall. I'm the sum of my corruption, the path of self-destruction, tearing through us all. I'm like a wrecking ball, and if the good die young, and if the good die young, yes, I'm gonna live, yes, I'm gonna live forever. Yes, I'm gonna be the last to go. Yes, I'm gonna live, yes, I'm gonna live forever. If the good die young, if the good die young, and if the good die young.
Let me trace my retrospection